Color of Science, Lab Coats and Jim Crow by Dr. Jamil Al Razi. It's a powerful story that weaves together science, race, faith, and resilience. Yeah, it's really something special. Dr. Al Razi's journey takes us from the segregated South through the challenges of systemic racism, all the way to a distinguished career in forensic science and toxicology. But it's so much more than just a science memoir. It's deeply personal and profoundly moving. Absolutely. What struck me right away was how the memoir reveals the way systemic racism shaped not only his life, but also his career in science and how science itself became a tool for truth and a form of healing. Right. And the way he blends personal history with scientific discovery, activism, and spiritual growth, it's a unique combination. It really challenges the stereotypes we often have about black scientists. So let's start at the beginning. Dr. Al Razi grew up in Alachua, Florida, during the Jim Crow era. That was a world where race dictated every part of life. Schools, water fountains, even cemeteries were segregated. And two women were central to his upbringing. Mama, his great-grandmother, Lottie Wallace, and mother, Pastola. Mama was this strong, silent force who taught survival through quiet strength. She had this way of teaching without words, like listen with your eyes and keep your head down. Yeah. Mama's lessons were about survival and dignity. She ran multiple businesses despite being illiterate, holding the family and community together. The memoir really shows how black women like her created underground economies and safe spaces in a hostile world. And then there's Mother, who was more reserved and distant. The silence between them carried a lot of meaning. It's fascinating how silence itself becomes a language in this story. It really is. And early on, Dr. Al Razi was curious about how things worked. He'd take apart a talking doll just to see inside. But he also had a stutter, so silence often felt safer than speaking. That tension between curiosity and silence is so poignant, and it's set against the backdrop of a family navigating the harsh realities of black rural America. Early pregnancies, name changes, all reflecting survival in a difficult time. Speaking of harsh realities, the memoir doesn't shy away from the impact of Emmett Till's murder in 1955. Dr. Al Razi was just 11, and though he never saw the infamous photo, the fear and trauma it caused shaped his understanding of race and danger. That moment really stole childhood innocence. He learned to disappear to avoid eye contact, especially with white women, out of survival. The memoir conveys how systemic racism becomes internalized, changing posture, voice, behavior. It's heartbreaking, but so important to hear. And yet amid all that, music and community gatherings were sources of joy and identity. The dozens. That verbal game of insults was a kind of rite of passage, teaching control and resilience. And the trombone gave him a voice beyond his stutter. Music became a way to be seen and heard. His education at segregated schools was under-resourced but full of spirit, with teachers who believed in their students despite systemic neglect. That's a great point. The memoir highlights how community spaces, churches, juke joints, family homes were centers of culture and resistance. Powerful testament to resilience, science, and the human spirit.